I was actually in East Tennessee on Sunday at a charity event and had talked to a number of different people that are close to Pat. And so it's a tough time right now, and they're not sure if it could be any hour, it could be any day. It's a blessing, though, that given the speed with which the dementia took over, that she's not going to suffer. And but her legacy will live. Pat was the very best at what she did. She saw things in her ladies that they didn't see in themselves, and she held people to just a different standard, and she didn't apologize for it. And somehow, some way, no matter how highly she regarded you, you just wanted to continue to, prove that her confidence in you was warranted. And so she got her ladies to be Lady Vols and created an incredible brand.
Is it possible to quantify what she means to the university and Knoxville in general?
I would venture to say that in all of college sports history, as an icon, she would match any rival. I mean, obviously, in the state of Alabama with Bear Bryant and the impact that he's had on our state and the history, I mean, she's right there. And she's a great mom. She was a great friend, loyal, trusted, incredible ability to learn and stay on top of her game, and had an edge to her. But the impact she had on the state of Tennessee as a coach, what she did for women's basketball, how she made women's basketball watchable on television. And they started covering Lady Vol basketball on TV first because of Pat and because of the great crowds at Tennessee and things like that. So now they could name the Hall of Fame after her, and it would be appropriate.
Speaking to somebody who was with the program, the women's basketball program in Tennessee, he joined right after she left, and he said when they would go on the road, people would come up to them, even though she wasn't even coaching anymore, ask how she was doing,
right.
Talk about the impact. Is that something that maybe you guys experienced too?
No, I think the thing about the Lady Vols back in the day was they were like the Yankees in the sense that there were fans from all over the country that followed Tennessee women's basketball because of Pat Summitt, and they lived in California. They lived in Arizona. It was because this icon, this figure, this coach, this leader, this woman was running that program. And so you didn't have to be from Tennessee to be a Lady Vol fan. They traveled and they went everywhere. When the Lady Vols played in your building, I mean, it was like Kentucky men's basketball. It was just nothing like it. And there just aren't enough words of praise to place upon her as a teacher, as a coach, as a leader, as an example. I mean, she's just going to be, and she is just missed. She's missed because of the impact that she's had.
One of the more iconic moments that I can think of from her time there was when she came to one of the men's games when you were coaching, dressed as a cheerleader.
Right.
We always saw her as this stern, stoic figure, but how much did that reveal about who she really was?
It's a great question. I've had several people that were really close to Pat that said that when we were there together, there was a little bit of a transformation. She still won championships, but you did see a little bit of a lighter side to Coach Summitt. And I don't know that our working together brought that out, but I wasn't afraid to support her. She was my friend, and she wasn't afraid to support me, and she was my friend. And so whether it be to take my shirt off and paint my chest orange and act like a fool with the students and have fun to support women's basketball, or for her to be a cheerleader and sing Rocky Top. It was rare, it was special, and Coach Fulmer was there at the time, and boy, the three of us, we were thick as thieves. And it was really good. It was what we have here at Auburn. It was family, and I mean that's how I feel here at Auburn with these coaches and this administration and that group. You don't get that everywhere.
What is it like kind of seeing your friends, someone you're really thick with, go through something like dementia and Alzheimer's and kind of see them go away?
I just think that it's, for me, I will not remember Pat in her last years of her failing health. I'll remember her for her life and her vibrance, and what a classy lady. That's what I'll remember.
Last thing for me, just as a coach, what do you think maybe other coaches could take from her? I know it's probably a lot, but is there one thing that stands out in terms of what she did, her style, and that maybe could be a model for her?
I just, if you just had a chance to go watch her practice, watch her delegate authority to her assistants, watch them pray after practice. I mean, I can tell you there were times when I took my team off the practice floor because I would not let them dishonor her name on that floor playing the way we played. Let's go up into the practice gym that doesn't bear her name. This is embarrassing. And I did that more than one occasion. So I'll just miss my friend.
What's the biggest thing you're going to take away from your friendship and being around her that's going to carry with you forever?
Oh, just that Pat was always there through the good, the bad, and the ugly.